Hello, everyone.
Live and direct. Hi.
Direct and live.
Live and direct. Hi, guys, everyone. Welcome. And I'm so grateful all of you are here so early. So I hope you guys are excited as I am to have Lena Lena Rodriguez and Linda G here with me, and I'm feeling very, very grateful for that. So I think Linda had a subject that she kind of wanted to talk about, so let's do it. Let's start.
Let's go for it. Straight off the top, no messing around.
That's right.
Here's my question. Would you go to a dentist that had no teeth? I'm just I'm just kidding. Let's talk about the 9/11. Right now, Pelosi's saying she wants 7 Democrats. I think they have 10, right? And 3 Republicans. But they're saying it should be like the 9/11, which was 5 and 5. And they were all out of office. So there wasn't any kind of partisanship. So this new commission, are they going to work out, or what's going to happen?
Okay.
So what they wanted was they wanted the 9/11, the commission. Say that again. It was kind of confusing. What was that?
It was 5 Republicans and 5 Democrats, but they were all out of office.
All out of office.
It couldn't be partisan. Now,
Yeah, I think the out of office thing is a good idea.
the what?
The out of office thing is probably a good idea.
So what she wants is like a committee, like an ad hoc committee is what she's doing. An ad hoc committee where she is pulling together for everybody to come together and look and see exactly what happened. Do you think that the Republicans, even though they're out of office, are going to be fair?
Yes. The out of office ones will.
Yeah,
that's what I think too. I think you've got to have them out of office because we know the ones in office are another species now. New reptiles. You know.
Did you Johnson? Was it Johnson?
Dave Johnson.
Was it the one that sat there and says that those people that stormed the Capitol were not Trump supporters? All the Trump supporters were those people that were in the back, and they were calm, they cool and collected. Was it Johnson? No.
Sorry, I was talking about Dave Johnson, the medium, not a politician. Apologies, Dave. No, not you.
Who was it that said that? What was his name?
I don't
Ron Johnson. Ron Johnson.
Ron Johnson.
Ron Johnson. He was the one.
It's all partisan.
He sat there and he's like, I could not believe what he was talking about. He goes, it must have been the people that were storming the Capitol would not have been Trump supporters, could not have been Trump supporters.
I think that sort of line has come and gone. Like, remember they said the day after they were secretly Antifas and all of that. The problem is these people are now arrested and so on, and they're all saying, we did it for Trump, we did it for Trump. So they can't spin that line much longer. It's tired and stupid.
The man that killed the police officer, did you see that? With his
NYPD.
Is a retired NYPD.
Oh my, really?
And they got him on film and his face looks like a demon. He's just going at it.
He's turned himself in after a month. His image was going around and he turned himself in only a couple of days ago. May he lose his pension, if nothing else, and should go to jail for attempted murder.
Yeah. No, he killed that one. Is that for the
murder?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I really hope that he loses his freedom. And then I hope that everybody knows he's a cop on the inside, and they beat the crap out of him. Because he's a cop on the outside.
No, he'll be in a special section. He will be in a special section. Well. Child molesters, ex-cops, they're called VPs in Australia, vulnerable persons. Yep. And they go on a special wing, but you don't want to be on that wing because they get, nothing compared with anything,
Okay. So, and here's the other thing. You got to have people not in office, because no matter what they say, the Repubs, the Trumpsters are going to say it was partisan, no matter what.
Yeah, well, they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not rational. Yeah. Yeah.
So I hope that when they go in and they do this ad hoc committee and they do this deep dive, they're going to remove all doubt as to who was, because I'm so sick and tired of the Republicans, or like the Ron Johnsons out there keep on saying that it wasn't. I have a question. I said, number one, so you're telling me there's not really that many Trump supporters out there? Apparently, they're not that many. And number two, why would any Trump supporter allow anybody else to crash their party? Are they wimps? Do they not know how to control? You know what I mean? It's like there's two ways of looking at this. It's like they allowed somebody else to crash your. It's not true. You know what I mean? It just can't be true. All right. So what is the question at hand?
Yeah.
9/11. The commission that will be like 9/11. Will they come up with answers on September 6th? I mean,
everybody's complaining about my volume.
What was it? Sorry, January 6th.
Yeah. Okay. The commission into January 6th. Will it get to the bottom?
I'm going to try my thingamajiggers one more time. People are complaining about my volume, so hang on a minute. Let me see if I can get it to work again. And then we'll read on that. How's that, everyone?
Oh, that's better.
Okay, we're good. Okay.
Okay.
Volume is fine. Okay. I go ahead. Whoever is laid down already. I'm still shuffling.
What about you, Linda?
Well, okay, I'll go ahead and start. You know, I'm a little out of commission because I was suffering from that vertigo. So I did good this morning. I had 2 clients. This party, as we know it, will end within 4 years' time. And it takes 4 years before people even feel comfortable about this, because there will be the fall and the battle of this party. It's not even a Republican party. It's a party of chaos following that fake man. He's fake. He was a Democrat up until 2008.
Yeah.
So
true.
They will, a lot of people are going to pay, you guys. There's a lot of people going to jail. So there won't be, it's going to be very sad what they come up with. And check this out. There's going to be people within Congress and the Senate that have to exit stage left. I wouldn't doubt if they come up with the videos of who they, I wouldn't doubt if they come up with videos of who gave them the tour the night before. And it's going to be all those old people, whatever you call them. But it's going to work out. In the end, justice will be served. Go for it, Lena.
Yeah, I've got all the heavy uglies to kick off, which is probably appropriate. I've got, you know, the 3 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the 5 of Swords. A little bit of friction in the party, you know. So there's those who are going to be angry and upset. There are those who are just angry and mad. There's those who are angry and want to keep fighting for this mythical thing. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess, right? Someone will emerge as the new leader, if I could work out this camera, of one of the factions. They're going to have to come up with a clear alternative to the Maddies. Like, this is beyond the Tea Party, you know.
Right.
So I think this is speaking to whoever's going to lead what's left of the Republican Party as the small C conservative party. I think it's that leader. The world is watching, you know, it has big implications. Absolutely, you know, way beyond the shores of America. They're going to be strategizing crazily to try and save the party and themselves. And then, like Linda, I got the walking away. It will fracture. So I sort of went off from the actual question, which was about this commission, right? And so what I got with that was the more they look, the more they're going to have to keep digging. It's got deeper than they thought, because it was all sort of rushed. And I think the Josh Hawleys and Ted Cruz's and stuff were one level, but I think it goes much deeper to those ones
where the money
who
came
showed them around and stuff. So, yeah.
Interesting. So what I got was that the more that they come out, it's like I got the hangman, the different point of view. The different point of view is that investigation. They're going to look at it inside, out, sideways, upside down, and they're going to investigate everything that they have. So that's a different point of view. It's also that surrender and that retreat. Like these people are crazy, and then they're going to get apathy. They're going to I really don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to choose the Democrats or the Republicans anymore. The strife, the worry, the problems, everything that's coming out also gets them to looking for different. We have to find something different. We can't keep up with this. They don't want to be a Democrat. That's the one thing that they don't want to be, right? They're not going to go that way. They want something better. So they're looking for that strength, a strength in a leader. And I actually get a Queen of Swords as a leader for the Republican Party. Somehow, some way, a woman is going to come around and start leading them and start switching them and changing them. However,
Sorry, can I jump in? Could that be Liz Cheney?
It very well could be, but I definitely get a Queen of Swords who she's like, I've got to draw these people over to the other side, separate them from the Trump, I think the Liz Cheneys, I think the Mitch McConnells, I think there's a few other ones, the ones that convicted him. They're realizing that they need to separate from Trump if they're going to survive. However, I am so confused of the ones thinking that Trump is their way to victory. He has lost at every avenue, and yet they still think that he's the one, and it is a sickness within their soul. It has to be. But there are some good Republicans, I hate to say it, but there really are some that kind of walks away and go, we got to get away from this guy if we're going to survive. And I really do think it's going to be a woman that's going to be doing that. And then we have the wishes fulfilled, because that woman's wishes fulfilled is going to happen. However, I wonder if they're going to have to rename themselves. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Well, when Lincoln, if anybody watched the CNN special, which Lincoln, when he first started going into politics, it was the Whig Party.
It was.
And the Whigs. And then they changed to Republican, because he was a Whig, but he was against slavery. So he had to change, and because the Dems were for it and the Whigs were for it, and he was against it. And I hate to say this, and this is just the beginning of the story. He wasn't for it. He was for it because he thought it would take away the white man's chances at jobs. They were getting free labor. And so what he was saying was he didn't think the black man should be here in the United States. They should be somewhere else. Honest to God, that's what Lincoln first said when he joined the Republican Party. But he was totally against slavery. So that's why he started the Republican Party. So we'll see if they change it out. You have the Trumpsters and the maggots. Maybe that'll be called the Maggot Party.
Yeah. The maggots.
I love that.
Flies
we can
and
call
maggots.
them the Maggot Party.
The flies and the maggots are in town.
But I remember one of my first readings in 2017, Nikki Haley wanted to be president. And I remember that reading. You know how you can do hundreds of readings and forget, and other things stay with you?
Yeah. I wonder if she's going to, Nikki Haley,
strong enough to pull that off.
By the way, he refuses to talk to her.
Oh, good.
Well, that's good.
That says something.
She wanted a meeting so they could talk, and he said no.
Yeah.
No,
Good.
I don't want to talk to you no more.
Yep.
That's what he does. I don't want to talk to you no more. He's such a little baby.
This last thing where he wasn't convicted, he said, I won the most votes of any president ever. He acts like Biden never existed.
Yeah.
And I think he thinks he can start his own movement. So now they're talking about March 4th.
Yeah.
And I psychically, I got a nothing burger.
Me too.
Yeah, I have to say, it doesn't get anything going for me.
Yeah, I do too. I've read on it too. That is there anything going to happen on that day? I mean, there's still some residual. You know how when you have a pipe, you have some of that residual inside the pipe. That's them. They're going to be the ones that are still hanging on. Yeah, the sludge. They're going to still hang on. They're still going to do their thing, and they might even show up at Mar-a-Lago. You know, the headquarters for the white supremacists. But anyways, they're going to show up at Mar-a-Lago and maybe give him a rally or something. But I don't think it's.
Well, you'd have to think the neighbours at Mar-a-Lago won't be that happy if that happens.
No.
And you know he's going into some deep doo-doo. And I think we read on this the last time. He's really getting in trouble, big time trouble. And so how are they going to rally for him when he's in courts all day and he's sitting there with the fear of being put into jail? I feel jail, but I don't see him serving time, so I don't understand. I never saw him going to jail. I see Jared.
Yeah, but not the Yeti himself.
I have a question, though. So I have no idea. We've never had a president have to earn the right to go to prison, ever. Yeah. So I wonder if there is something set aside that they would not put a president in with a prisoner. Is there something?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, they wouldn't. They wouldn't.
I think they might not put him in jail because he is president. Maybe that's what I was picking up.
Yeah,
I think I got to tell you something. Do you know when Abraham Lincoln was running for office in the Capitol, in the Senate, there was fisticuffs, there was stabbing, there was dueling. Those people fought. One guy beat another guy with a cane, and let's pretend like it's today. And it was a Republican beating a Democrat. And all the other Republicans sent him new canes, like, go, boy. There was fisticuffs. It was amazing.
Oh, I just heard gag order. Remember Roger Stone had the gag order. Let's see if when these things happen for Trump, he's gagged.
That could be prison.
But it could just be a gag order. He would hate that.
We would love that. It's been so peaceful.
Well, I see him losing his mind.
Yeah.
He's going to be like his mother. He's going to start getting into dementia. And his father, too. They both had it.
Yeah. No, I've always seen him in an upmarket facility. The difference is the door is locked, right? But other than that, he's wearing a nice bathrobe and, you know, the nonsense will go on, but he'll be quite nutty.
I wonder if he's going to choose a gold ankle bracelet or
That's right. Silver studs.
Silver studded. I had too, and I'll talk about it on my show, but I saw as clear as day Biden pardoning Michael Cohen.
Oh, that's something. But can we look at the gag order? I just love the idea.
Yeah,
just
let's
a quick yes or no on the gag order, and then we'll move on.
A lot of difficulty.
People in the chat, a Tiffany ankle monitor ankle.
Well, there's the daughter, Tiffany.
Yeah, maybe she'll bling it out for him.
Well, for me, I've got the Ace of Swords, the judiciary cutting through, the burden for the Yeti here, and the High Priestess, secrecy behind the veil. I think there's quite a good chance he'll have a gag order and it will send him insane.
That's what I'm feeling, is insanity. He'll be locked up or put down. He can't make any motion. He can't make any motion.
No.
Put down like a German Shepherd.
I just got no, don't do the dogs. Let's go somewhere else.
It's hard. I feel sorry for animals. I even feel sorry for Yetis. Yeah.
Oh, don't you love Biden's animals though? Oh my
Yes.
God.
Beautiful shepherds.
The Trump-Melania era was the only time the White House didn't have pets in its entire history. What does that tell you?
It tells you that there was no dog that was willing to spend any more than 5 minutes in a room with Trump.
No, he doesn't like animals. No.
Well, I'm pretty sure because they don't like him.
Well, indeed.
Were you done? Did you already?
No,
do
go
yours
for
Sunday?
it.
Okay. What I got was Mar-a-Lago, and then I got the King of Pentacles, which was control, power, and discipline. So
that's the ankle bracelet in Mar-a-Lago.
the control, power,
God.
and discipline.
Yeah,
So I think
logically that they wouldn't put him in a jail.
No.
Yeah,
it's just a bridge too far. It looks bad or whatever, but God.
Yeah. So what, like other countries, what do you guys do to your presidents? You put them in prison, so that would make it look more like Russia.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking. But
Or they did to Napoleon, they sent him to an island.
Yeah.
maybe they'll put him on Epstein's island.
Well, his age is in his favour now. They can always fudge and go, we can't do this to an old man.
Right.
That is true. All right. Did we have another question? I know that somebody else brought up another question before we were doing that one. I know, I forgot to.
Rabbit. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. So people in the chat bringing up Bannon for some reason. What's going on with Bannon?
Oh, I haven't read on Bannon for a while. Let's go. Let's go. Steve Bannon.
He's a little fly devil who's working in the background.
If you take a picture of him 4 years ago and today, it's like, what happened to you in 4 years that you aged so much? I mean, he looks like hammered crap.
That's insane.
Same with Trump's son, Don Jr. You get a picture of him 4 years ago and a picture of him today. Oh.
Well, that's what happens when you consume the recreationals he does nonstop.
I keep waiting for Don Jr.'s girlfriend to announce she's leaving him. I feel like she's exiting.
Well, she has to. His father's not president anymore. She has to go find somebody else. Yeah. Don Jr. wasn't really worth staying with unless your father was president.
Right. I think his family knew that they were going to have a horrible session at the Capitol, but they were hoping it would just stop their vote. When they started killing people, I think his daughter did tell him, Daddy, make this stop, but he didn't care.
No, well, his revenge was too deep. Trump's revenge was way too deep. His revenge started the moment he walked onto the presidency and they realized that he wasn't the best thing ever. And people were not treating him as such.
You don't talk to me like that. I'm president.
Yeah. So his revenge started. And then, of course, getting impeached for the first time really set forth that concrete revenge. There was no going back for him.
Michael Cohen said, he wasn't a great guy. He was a putz.
Yep.
But after he became president, he got dangerous.
Yep.
Sorry, I've forgotten the question.
Steve Bannon.
Steve Bannon.
Yeah, let's concentrate on that. What's going on with him? I don't know what he's.
Do a 5-carder on him. I want to know the past compared with now.
Let's see. Oh, all I have is 3 cards. I'm going to go ahead and go. Okay. Right here it says that childhood memories, and he wants to be innocent. However, the end of his innocence is coming, and he's going to feel some heartbreak over it. They have found once they have done the probe into this insurrection at the Capitol building, they're going to find his involvement, and he's heartbreak over it. That's what I feel.
He's desperately trying to sort it out.
Mm.
But his cycle is going to change. And I see a female judge giving him guilty, and he's really upset.
Mm. Yeah, I think he is. I don't think he has a healthy relationship with women, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
He was in the past the golden-haired boy in relation to the Yeti, because he came up with these huge militaristic ideas. Right. And it was like Trump was like a 4-year-old with the battleships around the bathtub, whereas he's an American of that age. He never thought past America until he suddenly was looking at a presidency, and then he realised he could conquer the world, in his mind, thanks to Steve Bannon. So Bannon opened his eyes. There's more to the world than New York. That was news to Trump, brand new news, and he leapt on it. So he went, Bannon, this is, from being the golden-haired boy into thinking, this is in the past with Trump. The man is a moron. He doesn't get this. He was actually more worried than he ever let on because Trump was just so fundamentally dumb. That was actually a bit scary to Bannon. And hermit, which is where he's been since, sort of thing, but not really. Like, he's still been doing stuff, but under the shadow of darkness. Future, awesome, out in the cold. Because I think he's losing it.
Those cards are good. What is the name of those cards?
Fate shifters. Aren't they nice? I like them.
Gorgeous.
And they come with astrology cards as well, which I'll use at some point. So they're very easy to read. If you're learning tarot, they're quite a good deck. They're very modelled on the Rider-Waite, but they're just a bit different.
But Trump turned against Bannon when Bannon got on. Trump turned against him because he was furious that Bannon got a Time magazine cover and Trump never did. So once attention went to Bannon, he was out.
I mean, he is a sociopath, Trump. He really can't bear it.
He can't. He cannot. I always tell people, like, sociopaths, they have absolutely no other choice than to be a sociopath. Somebody who is not a sociopath, I can act like a sociopath, but I can back off and change. A sociopath, there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's a huge difference. I don't know if
you guys know this story. Back in the day when first wife, Ivanka, right? She spat out the first...
Ivana, you mean?
Ivana, sorry. Ivana
okay.
Trump. And she spat out those first kids and stuff. Anyway, when they were starting to go south as a couple, and he threatened her with custody of the children, I'll take the kids, right? She said, okay. And she took the 3 kids who were like 12, 10 and 8 or something to the office, shut the door, went home. An hour later, he's on the phone going, well, maybe not custody.
That's the best way. My sister used to tease my brother-in-law. She used to say, when he was a golfer, he's one of those guys that had it. He had it good because my sister took care of everything. She said, I just want you to know, they were never unhappy enough to divorce. But she said, I just want you to know, if we ever divorce, I'm going to give you all the time you need with those kids. Every Friday to Sunday.
Every weekend, yeah.
A generous package. She said, so what is it? Do I drop at your mom on Friday? He laughed. He said, yeah. And on Sunday, I'll go get him and bring him home.
Exactly.
I just
totally.
It was so funny. But that's what you do with a lot of these guys. They act like, well,
oh, yeah. Oh, my kids.
story. I like that story. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right. So here's another question that somebody else had given me. What is his name? Stone? Is it Roger Stone? Okay.
Yeah.
So remember he got caught in front of his hotel and somebody asked him, "Do you think we got it today?" And he's like, "I hope so." Now, my intuition and my thinking about that whole thing is that he is one of the orchestrators. He's like one of the top dogs in the white supremacists or Proud Boys or something along that lines. It's almost like, because he had that direct communication with 45, I think they're going to find out that he was one of the major leaders of each one of those groups.
Because right before that, he was singing with the Bodyguards, who was a Proud Boy.
Yeah. So let's read on him and see if he's going to get in trouble for that, because I don't think a pardon is going to pardon you from coming against the government.
No.
There's no way. There's no way that a judge is going to go, you know what, that pardon, oh yeah, you can just, organize a coup against the government and we forgive you. I don't think that's going to happen. So let's read on Roger Stone.
I've always seen Stone go to jail. Always.
Yeah, yep.
Do you ever just see a person and you just want to slap the moment you see him?
Yeah,
he's that guy. Your ex.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all dated those guys, haven't we? Some of us married them. All right, so let's see if it gets Stone.
So, look.
He's
You're a bad dog. That's all I can say, Lola.
Oh no! Did he take a dump in the living room?
No, not that bad.
Not yet.
In and out.
Oh yeah.
As my dad used to say, up and down like a bride's nightie. Like.
I love it. That's funny.
Up and down like a bride's nightie.
That's so cool. Whoa.
Oh gosh. All right. Roger Stone, concentrate on the
as it is for me.
Go for it. Whoever's got their cards, go for it.
I'm ready. Yeah. Okay. This has been a lucky guy. We've talked about the Teflon Don. He's also, I don't know his astrology, but look, it's still about money. He sees, some sort of future around money because he is the devil. He is in bed with the white supremacists and doesn't find anything wrong with it. But here's the clinker. He's not actually driven by what they're driven by. He likes the power and the money he can get through using them.
Oh.
Ooh, it's like double awful, because he doesn't care who gets hurt by it, but it's not actually motivated by race for him. It's motivated by money, and if people get crushed, who cares? And then over the devil got the world. So this is bigger than we thought.
Too. I got the world too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's bigger than we know at this stage.
Right.
Yeah. There we go. That's about it for him because he's so awful.
He energetically knows something's going to go down for him. He knows it.
Yeah, he's not as dumb as the Yeti.
No. And he's a smart guy, but he's not that smart. Because he's going to be he's going to try to escape.
That could be the world card too, going somewhere else.
He's going to try to escape, and justice, they'll find him.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and there's a woman who's going to be heartbroken about what happens to him. Must be that woman. Yeah.
Yep. I also got the world. Like, the world is going to find out his dirty deeds. Now, when Lena was talking about he only uses them for his own personal gain or his own power.
Yeah.
That's where the charity He's like, you do this for me, I'll do that for you.
Yeah,
Right.
yep.
Yeah, I don't care what it's almost like, say, our beliefs are this, our beliefs are that. And he looks at him, I don't care what you believe.
Yeah, that's the vibe. That's
Do
the
this.
vibe.
Do this for me. Because I also got a woman, the Queen of Wands, it's like the popularity, the ambition, the political, woman is going to be very. And then the Eight of Swords, all tied up. He couldn't get away from these people if he tried right now. It is like he has sunk his, like, that charity, that vicious relationship, but now they have him.
Oh, those cards are beautiful.
Yep.
Wow.
They have him because I got the Five of Pentacles. They now have him.
And you know what I think that is? It's because these tough guys are spewing their guts. Now they've all been arrested. They're dobbing in each other and Trump and everyone else. So someone up the chain has now, I think, mentioned Stone. I think that's what you picked up on.
Exactly. Like I have him. I think now that they are very, very comfortable in exposing who and what they were, because it's like, I know it on them. I got them. I got them.
Right.
So, and that's how they work. It's not like the Oath Boys are going to be honorable.
No.
They weren't dealing with people who were going to honor their friendship and be loyal.
No. Back of the police car, it's all over.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Does anybody else have a question?
No,
Anything you can think of?
cards, I'm looking for them now.
Oh, something, ladies, I want to know. With this new Royal Commission, you don't have Royal Commissions, this commission into January 6th, are Congress going to have teeth to make people testify? What is going to happen this time when people say no?
What else is going to help in 2 years when the Republicans don't take the seats they thought they were going to get? People are very turned off by all this, and a lot of stuff is coming out. Yeah, and guess what? They just had breaking news. The Manhattan District Attorney Cy Vance is now turning his focus to Donald Trump Jr.
I read on that.
Who spoke to him?
Huh?
Who spoke to him?
Cy Vance, the New York Attorney General, is turning on Don Jr. now.
Awesome.
Oh, I shouldn't be that happy.
It's
well,
all right.
I wonder, are they going to exactly? Are they going to subpoena? Have they already subpoenaed Ivanka's taxes? I mean, have they already gathered all of that?
Well, what Donald Trump did was he pretended, or he said he paid her a whole bunch of money as an advisor.
I remember that.
If he actually paid for it, I don't know, but she might be in trouble for not reporting it.
How can she? Well, she can report it, but she would have to prove that money was in her bank.
Oh, yeah.
You see,
but here's the thing. I think when Fred Trump died, a couple of things he left Donald. One was he left him Roy Cohn, the head kicker lawyer, and he left him Ed Weiselberg, the Uber accountant. Like, I'm sure they have 20 accountants, but he was the main guy.
Right.
Now, what got lost in everything way back, could have even been 2018, they were on to Weiselberg about Trump Org. And he did a deal to keep his own aged ass out of jail. I think he gave them lots on all the kids then, because you can't separate them. Trump Org was like that.
I know.
Right.
And,
you get one, you get the lot.
Michael Cohen has been testifying again. They got him back in there, and he's giving them all the dirty deets.
Let's read on. See what kind of information he's giving them.
Who, Cohen?
Yeah, let's see what kind of information Cohen is giving them. See how deep it goes.
All right.
Oh, and the Washington Post. In fact, I subscribe to them. I'm going to unsubscribe. they're saying Joe Biden says he wants to work partisan. Thus far, he's not doing it. Well, he's only been in office, what, 24 days, 25 days?
And you can't work with people who don't want to work with you.
No, he'd like to go partisan, but he'll work with them. He's a Scorpio.
It's like telling everybody that these people don't believe that Biden won legally. It's because I told them that.
Mm-hmm.
It's that kind of a theory.
Everybody's noticing that the Senate isn't approving anybody that's going in of color. Nobody of color. Yeah, that's what they're saying. But I think they did Deborah Haaland. I think she's getting in. The Native American.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Anyway, I don't know if that's true or not.
Did they do Merrick Garland yet? Did they already?
He's not through yet, is he?
No, he's not through yet. But they're saying he's going to get in. They just don't want that one woman because she was sassy on Twitter, you know, and bipartisan, and she was a meanie. In the meantime, look at your commander in chief.
I know.
Okay, so what?
Michael Cohen.
Michael Cohen giving.
Is there anything I think I'd like to know if there's any more dirt that we don't know. We know about Stormy. We know about certain things. So
something that's going to be boom.
Oh, somebody's reminding us also, don't forget after this one is that we forgot to read on if the commissions are going to make people testify because they want to really know that one. Okay. So this one here is see what Cohen has.
Yeah.
Woo!
Woo! We're going to be very happy, but some people will be packing their bags. Yep. Mm-hmm. You know what? This is
into this.
Didn't we say that Trump was going to go down because of money?
Yeah, right from the beginning.
Right from the beginning. Something to do with money.
Yep. And with this, it kicks off with the judgment card, you know, Queen of Cups. This could be Letitia James, but I don't think so. It's too soft for her. It's another one. Yeah. Is it Ivanka? Who's the Queen of Cups in this spread with Michael Cohen?
Like, remember, I saw Trump being devastated because one of his children turns on him. It might be Ivanka.
This could be Ivanka, and why wouldn't she? She's got to keep her little mini world afloat, and she's the one who's as most ruthless as her dad. Right. The boys are sort of scarred, you know, and quite scaredy cats, really.
Right.
But she's a tough cookie, so we'll roll with that being Ivanka. But the rest of what he's got to reveal, more international stuff than we thought. Because we just looked at him as being stateside, but he has some dirt. And, I just did a reading yesterday or sometime about that, and I remembered when we all read 2 and 3 years ago. Remember when the FBI thought he went to Prague, and he said, no, I didn't. And they said, well, your phone did. Right? His phone turned up in Prague. This is, I think, talking about that stuff, which goes back to the oligarchs.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And real estate and Felix Sater and that guy who's stuck in Austria or somewhere to not get back, Firtash, I think. Rachel Maddow did a lot of work on that. On the investigative journalism. This is, I think, international stuff that we don't know yet, which I love, that's going to leave the Yeti distraught. Because he's probably forgotten.
Right, you know? Right. There's so much coming up, it's not even funny. Yeah. How about you, Sheila?
Well, what I got also was the world. And I got the world. I thought that was kind of like the world's going to find out. But then at the card after that was what his ties, what he's tied up around the world. All of his relationships he can't get out of, all of the things that he's been doing, everything. Because I also get, that was the sun, sorry. The sun, the visual on all the things he's doing and in the world. And then I got the 5 of Cups. You see that if you see this picture, right, it's all of his emotions, all of his resources is just going right down in the hole.
Yeah.
He is going to have nothing left emotionally, mentally, financially. It is like it's like what comes around goes around. You have done everything in your life to destroy somebody else. Now it's time for the world to come after you. He has all of his stuff that he has done. He has manifested the blue wave, as we have all seen that blue wave over him, as in we're coming after you and we're not stopping.
Right.
Oh, and somebody in the chat before Linda goes, Merrick he was confirmed.
When?
I don't know, but they said that he was confirmed in the chat. They said that he was confirmed.
If he's confirmed, it'll be Monday. They haven't voted yet.
I don't know.
I don't think it's happened yet.
Okay, maybe somebody, Jackie, can you?
Not even a few hours ago, they said he's approaching the vote, bipartisan vote.
Okay, my Jackie will make sure to check it out and see. She'll get back to me. So
okay, so we have to circle back.
We have Linda. We have Linda. Linda, did you go already?
Oh, sorry, Linda.
What? No, I already went.
Yeah, I thought you.
That's what happens when you have gray-haired people like me.
There's been 7.1 earthquakes on the southern in the ocean of Australia. The Loyalty Islands. Does that make us?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's obscure. I think it's only a science research station or something weird. I don't think there's general people living there.
Oh, okay. But they've had 3 7.1s, and as soon as those earthquakes started, but that's when
we'll check that out in a while.
That's when
my
started.
So my Jackie said not yet. He hasn't been confirmed yet.
Okay.
So I do want to read on those earthquakes for so don't forget those earthquakes. But we got to circle back to.
Will the Dems do anything about people who refuse to testify?
Will they get, instead of going to a toothless dentist, will they get some teeth?
So, as I understand it from a viewer, they don't do it. They say someone has committed contempt of Congress and they send it to the DOJ. They don't actually bring in the sheriff and walk
I think you're right about that.
They do have the ability to do that.
Okay.
And we were mad that Nancy Pelosi and everybody wasn't doing it, but remember we had Barr for the DOJ.
He wasn't going to do anything. They were just going to fight.
We have Merrick Garland.
Yep.
Wow. So let's look at that.
Isn't he a nice guy? I don't want too nice though. I want somebody with some teeth.
He's a Scorpion.
Oh,
yeah.
Merrick
That's
Garland
good. And he teared up in his confirmation thing about him because he comes from a refugee family.
Yeah,
he's a Scorpion, so he's just like Biden. He has the compassion, but if you see behind his eyes, he's Scorpion.
Good.
Okay, so let's what happened with that commission.
Yeah, are they going to be able to do anything? I think they will. I feel they finally have. I mean, they finally have all branches of the government under their control right now. So they have power.
But by the grace of God, can you believe we got those two in?
No, I still can't believe it. And we watched every inch of it.
I'd pick up yes, I'd hear yes. My cards would say yes, and I said, I gotta be wrong.
Yes, I did the same thing. I started freaking out. I was like, come on. I've gotten that we were going to get the Senate every single time. And it started panicking. And then I realized patience.
Yeah.
Patience.
There's going to be a woman involved with this that takes no prisoner.
Oh, good.
There's going to be a woman, a lot of information. And listen, the other side is going to help us with this because justice needs to be served. A lot of the people who were involved with this before the commission puts up will already be convicted and having to walk away. But there's going to be international stuff going on. It's going to be so much stuff, but it's going to take several years. And remember, I felt like in 2 years, the Republicans do not take over. They think, oh, just wait till we get in there. No, it's going to be worse again.
Yeah.
What did you get? I'm not getting a clear path or clear picture of it. It's almost like they have to work out the details because I got magician.
Yeah, they've got the forward thrust with this of wanting to make sure no one can walk away.
Right.
But with this, it's like having to jump through all these hoops, these 9 or 10 hoops to make it happen, the manipulation and the juggling they still have to do to just get it a clear cut. No, you can't do this. This is contempt. They have to battle. I'm not liking these cards for this question, you know. And then the world, I think, you know, it's again bigger and bigger. But I'm not getting a clear cut, oh, yes, this time it'll be different.
Yeah, I'm not either. I feel like there's too much red tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
There's
how
too
I
much
see this red tape.
The 9/11
too much red.
and the John F. Kennedy Commission, they all take forever, and it's sort of a nothing burger by the time they get done.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
there's the moon shows up. Like there's too much underneath the surface for it to actually. And then the magician. It's almost like it's like they can threaten all they want, but when it comes to actually enacting it, there's a problem.
But I see a lot of people getting hit. I think the people that marched for him are going to start spewing their guts about who were the people that took him through the Capitol. I think a lot of the money, they're going to follow the money. I think we will manage to grab a lot of them before that commission even finishes.
I agree. I think that if we have a lot of people, let's do you want to read? I don't even know how to answer that or ask that question, so maybe not. I want to know who the top leader was. We know that Trump was there, but Trump is good at handing off it to somebody else and separating them. It's like he did that all on his own.
Yeah, he doesn't actually organize anything. It never has.
And he tries to keep his hands clean. He's like Charles Manson. He'll get other people to do the dirty work.
Yeah. Yeah. Because remember when right after the insurrection, and he was getting on the airplane or helicopter or whatever, and the media asked him, "What about your speech?" And the only answer he said was, "People have looked at it. My speech was good. I didn't say anything that I wasn't supposed to," meaning that he pre-planned his words to make sure that they could separate himself from the actions.
Yeah.
That was his only plan. That's how he is. It's not like anybody walks into, they don't always go into court and say, "Yeah, I committed that murder." No, you have to intent. You have to go around all of the BS to prove that. I could go on and on about that stuff. All right. So do we have another question? How are we doing?
Well, I'm going to have to go, girlfriend. Can you believe an hour passed already?
I know.
Yeah, let's go ahead and shut it down. I get it. It's like 52, so everybody has probably things to do. I know. I get to a point in an hour, and I'm like, okay, I'm done too.
Oh yeah. My other son came, and my youngest son woke up early, which is unusual. So now I got to start for them to be able to eat because mommy always cooks.
Gotcha. So everybody, hit the like button on your way out. Thank you for being here. I see 2,400 people in the chat.
Wow.
Who showed up for us? Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, Sheila, I'm probably going to do a Sunday live. When Sterling was supposed to be on, I'll do a live, and I'll let you know because you guys were so good at helping me monitor. But I think we have up to 5,000, Lena.
Woo! She was always going fast. I think what I'd like for you to bring up some more of the moderators. So you know how you pushed on
one that you recommended.
Yeah, we will probably need, because of the amount you have, at least 10 moderators to help in your. It's truth. I mean, I have quite a few too. So, but we'll talk about that later. And of course, let me know. I'll be there for you, Linda.
Thank you,
and Lena. Thank you, dear. I love it. You guys are great.
My friend.
All right, hang in there. Give a great, big, huge, beautiful smile because this is the picture that sits at the end. So make sure it's a nice one. And here we go. Bye.
Ciao.